All right, so again, this is going to look a lot like page 4 of the test. So when you get to page 4 of the test, after you've done so great on the first 3 pages, you're going to be into the home stretch because there's only 4 pages total. So once you can do these problems here, you're going to get 100. No doubts. All right. So find the probability that exactly 22 people show up for work. Well, there's 25 people altogether. So if 22 show up for work, how many are not showing up for work? 3. Right? So the probability that any one person shows up is what? 96%. So that's 0.96. That's one person showing up. How many people we want to show up? 22. So it's 0.96 to the 22nd. Now, what are the chances somebody doesn't show up? 3 of them won't, but what's the probability they don't? 4%. So 0.04 to the 3rd. Now, if you leave it like that, you're wrong, but you're close to being right. So that's a very degree of wrongness being very close to being right.
Yeah, I told you there were.
Yeah. Now, if you want to get it right, what must you do? You must account for the fact that we don't know which 22 are going to show up. That's where the 25C22 comes from. Okay? If you put that, you are correct. Now, how do you type that in? That's always a question I get. Okay, Dreyer, I got it all written down, but I have no idea how to use the damn calculator. You know what? Neither do I, but that's okay. Let's fake it till we make it, baby. We're going to go 25C22. 25, math. Go over to PRB. Option number 3 is NCR. 25C22. Now we're going to type in the 0.96 raised to the 22nd times the 0.04 being raised to the 3rd.
Wait, how do you do that on a calculator again?
Math, probability, NCR.
25, math, go to PRB, option number 3, 22, then you're going to type in 0.96, raised to the 22nd, and then 0.04, sorry to keep you awake back there, raised to the 3rd. Okay. Where are we at? We're over here. So your answer is
6%.
about 6%.
When I did that, it said that there was an error.
Give me 1 second. I'll come check on your error.
So you won't get mad for like 40%.
All right, we're back. So, which is always weird for people watching. They're like, you never left. I did leave. All right. So now, what's probably that all 25 employees show up for work? Do you have to do such a long formula? No, because there's only one way that everybody shows up. So that's 0.96 straight to the 25th power. You got that? We could type that in. 0.96 raised to the 25th. And you get 0.3604. .3604. .3604. You got that? All right.
There's a higher percentage chance of everybody showing up than there is of 22 people showing up.
Exactly 22. Not 22 or more. Exactly 22. Okay. Now, what's the probability that at least 22 people show up for work? That would be a good guess. 1 minus the probability of the other one. That's everything other than 22 people showing up. So the probability of at least 22, when I say this, just know I love you. It's the probability of 22 people showing up, plus the probability of 23 people showing up, plus the probability of 24 people showing up, plus the probability of 25 people showing up. Now, what's the probability of 22 people showing up?
22 over 25.
0.06.
This probability was found earlier, yes?
Oh, yeah.
New problem.
That's one of your questions were wrong. Was that your 6 points worth? No, that's 1.
Okay. I think it's safe to say that nobody in here has that one right. No offense to anybody who studied. I don't think anybody got that one right. Not only that, on test day, it usually doesn't get it right either. This is a hard one. Probability of 23. How do you get the probability of 23 people get it right or showing up?
Same way you did the probability of.
I love it. It's just the same thing you did for the other one. Yes, 25 choose 23.
That's a pain.
0.96 to the 23rd.
All day.
0.04 to the second. How do you find the probability of 24 people showing up?
Really?
25 choose 24 times 0.96 to the 24. Every once in a while I have an urge to say Bueller. That's the probability of 24. How do you find the probability of all 25 people showing up? Well, you already found. 0.3604. Okay.
Now you can do all that in a string and you got it.
All that at one time, baby.
Wow.
Yes.
How much is the test like these review sheets?
First of all, let me repeat the question. The question was, how much is the test like the review sheet? I don't give review sheets. So the sheet that you're looking at, these practice problems, thank you. It's going to look just like question 4. I mean, to some extent. Okay? I mean, when you look at it, you'll say, yeah, we went over it. But it's still pretty hard. Okay? Because at the end of the day, Greg, at the end of the day, there's a million ways to ask questions when it comes to this stuff. I've only showed you 5. There's probably, no lie, 300 more. So you've seen 5 of possibly 300. Okay? So, I guess the point is you can't just memorize these sheets and go for it. That won't work. All right. That we're going to make setup only. I'm not going to type it all in just because I don't want to get carpal tunnel. 0.3604. That's from the answer from previous. Okay. All right. What's the probability that at least one person does not show up? Well, that's 1 minus the probability they all show up, right? So 1 minus the probability they all show up. So that's 1 minus, well, you already found that probability, right? Probability they all show up is 0.3604.
What did you get for the answer for C?
I didn't do it.
0.3604
So that's
minus 1.
0.6396. Yep. James, I didn't type this in. I don't know what the answer is.
Okay.
I'm assuming you can type it in. Okay.
Oh, it's 1 minus. Okay.
Probability that at least one person does show up is 1 minus the probability that no one shows up. Or excuse me.
Just one person just
The
not.
probability that at least one does not show is 1 minus the probability that they all show.